Behold, peasant, le Blood Bowl. The sport of heroes, legends, and men far too handsome to work for a living.
Yeah, looks like football for people with brain damage, mate.
Silence! This is a sacred contest of valor and finesse. A gentleman's game played by all the peoples of the old world. Humans, elves, skaven, little goblins and such, abhumans like ogres, dwarves and their little cousins the halflings, and even peasants like you.
Well, ain't that just war then?
No. In a war, we use horses. Once, long ago, the armies of the old world tired of endless slaughter, so they invented a sport to channel their anger in a glorious mix of jousting and pub fighting.
Yeah, and somehow the peasants still get flattened first.
Of course! 'Tis the natural order. Now, listen closely and try not to trip over your bootlaces.
I don't have any yet.
The match begins. A game of Blood Bowl is divided into 2 halves of 8 turns each.
So 16 turns of watching you ponce about while everyone else gets clobbered.
Oui. Each team lines up 11 players, no more no less. 3 must stand upon the line of scrimmage, the sacred zone of immediate regret. The kicking team then punts the ball. It scatters, chaos ensues, and sometimes the fans riot. Sometimes the referee explodes. C'est la vie.
Looks more like an egg with spikes than a ball.
The spikes make it easier to carry across the touchline to victory. Now, beware the turnover.
Like an apple turnover?
No, the turnover rule is the most important thing in Blood Bowl. If a player on your team fails a key action at any time, drop the ball, fall over or botch a block, your turn ends immediately.
So one mistake and I'm done?
Oui. So plan your low-risk moves out before you start rolling any dices. The team turn and actions. Now, peasant, each turn is precious. The coach may command his players to perform noble deeds before everything collapses in disgrace, and it is then the opponent's turn, unless, of course, you have, rerolls?
Sorry, what?
Never mind. Movement. Simply move each player a number of squares up to their movement allowance, highlighted on their player profile. Dwarves waddle, elves pirouette, zombies shuffle, and you?
Fall flat on me face? Yeah, I got it.
Blocking. Engage in honorable combat. When 2 players touch bases, dice decide who falls like a sack of shame. The stronger player rolls more dice, the weaker cries louder. Block dice are special and have custom faces. Roll an arrow and you push your opponent away 1 square and have the option to follow up or not. The symbol known commonly as a POW means that you knock your opponent over to see if you crack their armor open. A POW with a shouty symbol means defender stumbles and is the same result as the POW unless the opponent has the dodge skill. An explosion with a skull means both the combatants go down on the spot unless either of them has the block skill. And lastly, the dreaded skull. This means you have punched yourself in the face. Only stupid peasants do this.
Right, okay.
The blitz. Once per turn, 1 player may blitz, moving and blocking along the way. Is like jousting. Clearly I'm not warmed up yet.
Yeah, sure. So, can I hit someone and then leg it?
Precisely. It is the Bretonian way. Picking up the ball. When the ball lies abandoned like a peasant's dream, you may attempt to pick it up. Roll against your agility and take into account any modifiers, et voila. You are now marked for death. Also, once per turn, a player can attempt a special securing of the ball. If it is at least 2 squares away from any opponent, and this becomes a 2+ pickup roll and the player is done with their turn.
And if I fail?
Then you fumble, disgrace your family and end the turn. Expect to do this often. Hand off. Once per turn you can hand the ball nobly to a teammate in base contact, and all they need to do is pass an agility roll to collect it. Passing. Once per turn you can also throw the ball through the air. So beautiful! The further it flies, the harder it lands. Miss and it will scatter wildly.
What if I hit someone with it?
Then it is a tactical projectile. Very avant-garde. And lastly, le foul. When your foe is down, you may help them recover with your boot.
Oh, I'm good at that bit.
If you roll doubles on their armor or injury, the referee sends you off.
What if I bribe him?
It happens, but you have no gold, peasant. Each player is defined by 5 stats. Strength, how many dices are used in blocking. Agility, how easy it is to dodge and do fancy moves. Movement, how far a player can go. Armor, how tough or squishy a player is. And the newest stat, passing ability. This is only used for throwing the ball, a bomb, or sometimes even a small fellow like an halfling.
You forgot luck.
Luck is not a stat, that is a myth.
It's all I've got.
Player status. Players are either standing, prone, or stunned. Standing means you are alive and well. Prone means you are reconsidering your life choices. Stunned means you have achieved enlightenment via concussion, and it will take another turn to get up.
What if I just play dead?
Well, you will likely be trampled to death by your own teammates. Okay, and now for something super important. Every player controls the 8 adjacent squares around them, known only as the tackle zone. Enter at your peril.
So if I stand next to him, they're marked.
Oui. And if you try to leave, you must dodge.
So basically, don't move unless you're a bit dodgy or stupid.
You peasant are both. You will do fine. Whenever you have fallen and become prone, you may stand up at the cost of 3 movement squares. When making a move, you may also rush or go for it an extra square or 2, but fail and you go down again.
So if I fall, stand up, run, and fall again, that's normal.
For you, perfectly.
Alright, I'll add that to me notes.
And when you dodge, roll against your agility, taking into account how many tackle zones and modifiers fail and, well, funeral expenses are high these days. Each player may possess skills. Mighty blow, dodge, guard, foul appearance ugly like you. Abilities that make the game even more unfair. Keeping track of these skills and making them visible on your models is important, because skills will often dictate the outcome of a game.
So that's why you lot start with block and us lot start with unemployment.
Some are born to greatness, others the substitute bench. A game of Blood Bowl can be affected by the weather. Blazing sunshine makes passing harder. Pouring rain makes everything slippery. And a blizzard makes you wish you stayed at home.
And the kickoff?
When the game begins, roll on the kickoff table. Fans may riot, rocks may fly, or goblins may invade.
That's not sport, that's a Tuesday.
Some larger players possess the noble art of throw team mate, launching your smaller allies toward glory or mostly into the dirt.
That's barbaric.
No, it is beautiful. The aerodynamics of suffering. Whenever your armor is broken, consult the injury table. 2 to 7, stunned, artistic napping. 8 to 9, knocked out, pleasant dreams. Any more and a casualty, permanent retirement from the game, and sometimes a visit to the apothecary.
So basically everybody ends up in a heap.
And yet we call it sport. If your players perish, which they shall, you may bring on substitutes.
An endless wave of fresh meat.
Precisely what peasants like you are for. Score by carrying the ball into the end zone. Bask in glory, song, and the faint scent of Bugman's beer. It is then the opponent's turn to receive the ball for their drive.
Do I get paid?
Paid? You get honor.
Right. I think I'll take gold next time.
When both halves are done, the team with the most touchdowns wins. The losers get murdered by their coach. And there you have it, my muddy companion, Le Blood Bowl, the noble art of athletic mayhem, and the only game where decapitation counts as good form.
Yeah, proper inspiring that, me lord. So, what now then?
Now we play. You line up and I shall...
Oh, sorry sir, are you supposed to be on my team then?